Hello YouTube friends. It is getting closer and closer to the winter, and Patience has been using the splitter to split wood, and she broke it. So here it is. It has been broken. This is a spring here that holds this flat, and there's a roller wheel that should be on here, and it's broke off. And we got that here. So I got the part right here. So I don't have this part to replace it, the actual piece of metal that's busted. So I'm gonna try and weld it on. It's thin metal. It's a spring metal, and usually they have a lot of tension on them. So I'm a little worried about what's gonna happen when I try to weld it. It'll probably try to bend, but we're looking for a quick fix here, and we'll see how it goes. So we're gonna dig out the welder, and then we'll come over and try and weld that, and let's see how it goes. Here we go. Alright, so normally if it's sunny out, we would run this off of the solar power, but the sun's kind of low, and it's actually gone behind a tree. It's not shining on the solar panels anymore. So we're going to fire up the generator and we'll run it that way. Alright, just going to remind everybody, I am not a good welder. All right, now to put it back together and see if it worked. So I believe this right here is called the rack, and this right here is called the pinion. And so this rides like this, and when you push this lever, it pushes this down into the pinion and engages it, and then it spins and pushes it out, and then this thing disengages when it gets to the end, and it comes back in by the spring that's on the bottom here. So we're going to reinstall this now. Okay, so next this spring goes between here to kind of push pressure down on it. So before I tighten up these bolts more, I'm going to try and get the spring in here. Let me see if I can squeeze it. Oh, that's going to be tough. All right. Maybe if I get this up here like this. There's a little bit of a depression on the bottom of this rack here that it needs to fit into. Go ahead and bend that a little bit. Let's see if I can grab it like this. Okay. All right, so that spring is now in the depression up underneath here. So let's go ahead and tighten this down the rest of the way. Okay, hopefully I can shove this rack down in here and above the pinion now that it's tightened. Hopefully we have enough room. Should be close. Okay. So that's what it's supposed to do. So if you pull it out, the spring holds it up so it doesn't engage the pinion. And then if I pull on the lever here, it'll push it down and engage it. So if it was spinning, it would be pushing it out. So then when it gets to the end, The handle will release, and it goes back. Okay, so I think we got it working, but before we put all the safety plates on the covers, I want to power it up and just split a few pieces of wood safely, carefully, and then once we know that it's working for sure, then we'll put the plates back on. Okay, so just like the welder, typically if we do this in the middle of the day when it's a sunny day, we can run this off of our solar, but right now we're at the end of the day and there's not enough solar right now to replace the battery and keep it full, so we don't want to run that down. We do have the generator running like we did to run the welder, so I'm going to just plug this in now. Okay, it appears that the splitter fell over here and is dented. And there must be a metal cooling fan in here that's hitting on, so we're going to open this up and try and pound that back out.
I did not break that part.
Well, it tipped over once on me, so it might have been me. Okay, so it looks like there's 3 screws. There's one here. Unfortunately, there's one there, and there's one back here. I probably have to take this off to get to that. I don't know. We'll have to see here. Maybe a really long skinny. Let's get the 2 off we can get off. Oh, come on. Okay, so obviously I just stripped this one. I'm going to try and grab it with a pair of pliers. Okay, and now the one that we can't get to. See if we can't get it with this regular pair of Yeah, we got her. Yeah. So this fan was hitting on this. You can see it's worn away the paint right here. And all of these are kind of beat up just a little bit. So we're going to hit that with a hammer and put her back on. Alright, so it's got a pretty big dent here. This is the one we're trying to push out. Let's give it a shot. And I think that'll just about do it. Looks pretty good to me. Let's put her on. Okay, and I'm just going to spin it now. Wonderful. There. Okay, let's get split some wood. Alright, looks like it's working pretty good. We'll put the safety stuff back on, the covers, move on to something else.